Hello students, today we are going to start the new chapter, that is linear programming of 12th standard. So this chapter is also called as a linear programming problems, that is LPP. It is the short form of this chapter. In this chapter we are going to learn the two main concepts, that is the first one, that is linear inequations into variable, in which we are going to learn about the convex sets, then graphical representation of linear inequations into variables and their solution. And in the next concept we are going to learn about the linear programming problem and the mathematical formulation of linear programming problems and their solution by graph. So first we are going to know, so what is the meaning of linear inequations. So this is the definition, that is linear inequation into variables, that is x and y, is the mathematical expression of the form, that is ax plus by, that is less than c, or ax plus by is greater than c, where a and b not equals to 0 simultaneously, and a b is belongs to R, means they must be the real numbers. Actually this definition or this definition of this linear equation and convex sets, so without knowing this we can mechanically solve these examples. If you understand one example, you can easily solve the remaining ones. Now we are going to see what is the meaning of convex set. So here I draw some figure. So see the segment AB, so all points on the segment AB completely lies in this figure. So this set, you already know, that is we can draw the set by this figure, which we call as a Venn diagrams. So the all points on the segment AB completely lies in this set. So similarly in this figure also the segment AB and all points on the segment AB completely lies in this set. So these two sets are called as a convex sets. So such type of figures are called as a convex sets. So the definition is, a set of points in a plane is said to be a convex set if the line segment joining any two points of the set entirely lies within the set. So here this segment entirely line in this figure, so this type of sets are called as a convex sets. Now see these two figures. Now in this figure AB, that is a segment joining this A and B, all points on the segment AB are not completely lie in this figure. Similarly here also A and B, so you can see the figure, all points are AB are not completely lies in this outside figure, and so these sets are not as a convex sets. Convex sets may be bounded or unbounded. So bounded means there is a closed figure, and unbounded means the figure is not closed. Now we directly going to see the exercise 7.1. so the question is, you had to solve it graphically, means you have to show this inequation on a graph. So x is greater than equals to 0. So what is the method to solve this type of example? So first, given inequation is x is greater than equals to 0. So we have to convert it into corresponding equation. Just you have to remove this sign and you have to write down equal to, means x equals to 0. So this one is the given inequation and this is your corresponding inequation, that is x is equals to 0. Now see what this inequation says, that is x, the value of x is greater than equals to 0. So see x axis and y axis. So all of you know that is this part, right side part, shows that the values of on x axis are greater than 0, means we write here the, or we said it is the positive x axis, means all the values are greater than the 0, means all this part is regarding with the values greater than 0. So we have to just draw these lines on the y-axis, since the you are given that is the value in equation is greater than equals to 0. So we have to put down the lines like this one. You can draw in, so 3 lines if you draw on upper side, then you have to also draw the 3 lines on the lower side. So equal parts you have to show. So this is the figure, that is which shows that is x is greater than equals to 0. Second example is x is less than equals to 0. Again the given in equation is x is less than equals to 0. Corresponding equation is x is equals to 0. Now see the value of x is less than equals to 0. So less than means on the left side. So left side shows that is the negative x axis, shows the values which are less than 0. So we have to just draw the arrow on left sides. Similar for the y. Again here y is greater than equals to 0. Given in equation is y is greater than equals to 0. You have to convert it into corresponding equation, that is y is equals to 0. Now again see, y is greater than equals to 0. So the all values of y, that is which are greater than 0, are on the upper side. So this upper side shows the values greater than 0 and the lower side shows the values less than 0. So you have to just put down the arrow on the upper side. Since here is 0, see the point of intersection, and so you have to show the arrow on upper side since the given equation is greater than equals to 0. Since there is a y-axis, means you are given that is y is greater than equals to 0, means this part, means these lines, this part also you have to include the y-axis. So you have to draw the arrows on the x-axis. Again same, that is y is less than equals to 0. So given in equation is y is less than equals to 0, you have to write down the corresponding equation like y is equals to 0. Now see, all the values of negative values lies on this side, that is downward side. So you have to draw the arrows on the downward side. So these are the simple examples. Now the question number 2 of the exercise 7.1. Now see, you have to show both the figures in same graph. Now see, that is for this chapter there is no need to draw these figures on the graph paper. You can draw on in your notebook also. Now see, just we have to draw the x-axis and y-axis. Now you know that is x is greater than equals to 0 means the positive part of x-axis, so which is on this side. All these side represent that is x is greater than equals to 0, and y is greater than equals to 0 means the arrow we have to draw in upper side. So this upper side axis and on this right side axis. So the meeting point is in this quadrant, so you have to draw like this one. Similarly in the second example, now see, x is less than 0 means the value of x should be here. That is how we can write, you learn in this example, that is x is less than 0. So all the arrows are in the left side. Similarly here all the arrows should be in the left side. And next one, y is greater than equals to 0. So all these lines are must be this one, and their point of intersection is in the second quadrant. So you have to draw in this way. Similarly here, that is x is less than equals to 0 and y is also less than equals to 0. So x is less than equals to 0 means we have to draw on the left side like this one, and y is greater than equals to 0 means we have to write down like this one, and again their point of intersection is in the, so you can draw it, so you will get it the how to draw it. So again I just going to draw this again. So see here, so in this example you are given that is x is less than equals to 0 means we draw all the arrows on this side, that is x is less than 0. So all arrows are on the left side, and similarly y is also less than equals to 0. So we have to draw the arrows on this side, 1 2 3. Here also I draw 1 2 3. Now see, the point of intersection is in the third quadrant, and so I draw these lines in the third quadrant like this one. Now next, that is x is greater than equals to 0 and y is less than equals to 0. Again you have to use the same method as that of the third example. Now we are going to see the question number 3. So solve graphically. Now see, in this example you are given that is 2x minus 3 is greater than equals to 0. Now see, the given in equation, every time you have to draw like this one, so it will be very easy to solve this example. So given in equation, that is 2x minus 3 is greater than equals to 0. So you have to convert it into equation putting the equal to sign. So 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Now we are going to solve this equation. 2x minus 3 is equals to 0. So 2x is equals to 3. So x is equals to 3 by 2. So we will get 1.5. Means you are given that is x is equals to 1.5. So you have to draw a graph of this one. So just I draw here the axis, that is x axis, y axis. here 1 2 3, and you are given that is the graph is of x is equals to 1.5, means we have to draw the line which passes through the 1.5. so here in between 1 and 2 there is a 1.5, so here I draw a line of x is equals to 1.5. now your equation says that the 2x minus 3 is greater than equals to 0. now you have to draw the lines. so how to draw the lines? So you have to find out the part so which shows the value, that is x value which is greater than equals to 0. so the values which are greater than 0 are on the right side of this one. so all of you know that is if this one is the y, this part shows the values which are greater than 0, values less than 0, again the values greater than 0 and values less than 0. so we have to draw the arrows on the right side. Simple example. Now next one, that is 2y minus 5 greater than equals to 0. again you have to write down the given inequation and you have to convert it into corresponding equation, just putting the equal to sign. Now since there is a single variable, that is 2y minus 5, in this example also 2x minus 3, so you can solve this equation. so 2y minus 5 is equals to 0, so 2y is equals to 5, y is equals to 5 by 2, that is 2.5. so just we have to plot this line, that is y is equals to 2.5. so see, this is x axis and this one is the y axis. so here is 1 2 and 3. your equation is y is equals to 2.5, so it is in between 2 and 3. here is 2.5, so y is equals to 2.5 means this line passes through or intersect the y axis at 2.5. so you can directly draw this line. so it is x is equals, sorry, it is y is equals to 2.5. it is y is equals to 2.5. so you have given in equation, that is it is greater than equals to 0. so you have to find out the region which shows the values greater than 0. so this part is, upper part shows that is these values or this portion is greater than, includes the members which are greater than 0. so you have to draw the arrows on upper side. so this is all about this type of example, that is question number 3. it consists of 4 examples, out of which I solve here 2 examples and remaining 2 examples you have to solve it. so this 2 example is for your homework. so remaining part we'll see in the next lecture.